What's up everybody, Darkman here, back with another video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Today I will be reviewing WandaVision, no spoilers, just vibes. Let's get to it. So I have done about 2 or 3 videos on WandaVision already. Please do check them out down in my catalog of videos you will find on the channel. So today was the season finale. Lots of stuff went down. I will not be spoiling it because Marvel has asked specifically not to have that happen. So I will get into that part in about 2 weeks when I do a full breakdown of the series and link it to some other titles in the MCU to open our minds essentially. So for those of you that are not exactly familiar with the events of WandaVision, here's the thing. WandaVision takes place about 3 weeks after the events of Avengers Endgame. So that means that Spider-Man Far From Home, which occurs 8 months after the events of Endgame, is not the first thing we see happen after the whole blip and the whole Thanos incident and the fight on Earth. So this series practically covers a lot of things surrounding Wanda, but especially her dealing with the death of Vision, her getting over her grief, and her starting to come into her own. I really do see this as Marvel's biggest opportunity to build the character of Wanda Maximoff, and it really did a great job because all we saw of her was Age of Ultron and then Civil War and then Infinity War and then parts of her in Endgame, but we didn't really get a build to her character. If you're familiar with her character in the comics, you know that what we're getting in the MCU was a bit of a downplayed version, but this series really does do its best to merge the two together, so to speak. Now, I love that Paul Bettany returned to play Vision, and we do know that Vision is dead. If you saw Infinity War, if you haven't seen that movie by then, I don't know what you'll be doing all this time. But we do know that Vision died in Infinity War, and now we do see why he is in this series. It's well explained. It's something I believe people will be very intrigued to see and the origins of that whole story. So alongside Wanda, you do get other characters such as Monica Rambeau, played by Teyonah Parris, who we last saw, not Teyonah Parris, but Monica Rambeau, who we last saw in Captain Marvel as a little girl. You do also have the return of Dennings as Darcy Lewis. This is her first appearance since Thor: The Dark World back in 2013. You have Jimmy Woo returning from the Ant-Man movies. And I'm sure this has leaked all over the place, so I might as well just say you do see Evan Peters in this MCU. The last time we saw him do anything Marvel related was in the X-Men movie, specifically in Dark Phoenix, where he was playing a version of Quicksilver, and you do see a bit of that reflect in this particular series. So that brings a little bit of confusion at the point. Now, in relation to the ending, it was emotional. I haven't cried over a Marvel movie since Endgame, so this was a bit of it was very heart-wrenching to see some of the things that happened, especially in the last 20 minutes of this series. But it really did establish Wanda as a character, and going forward, my mind is just I'm trying to figure out what they are going to do with her, because they have already put her on top of another character who I will get into, and I will get into this when I do the full breakdown in a few weeks. But I'm so excited. I'm super excited for what they're about to do with her. It's just, I don't know, there's so many lines you can tie with it. I really don't know where to start with it. I really like how the characters merged, and even though different personalities from different movies, they all came together and told this beautiful story. You have Monica Rambeau, Jimmy Woo, and Darcy Lewis all doing their own thing. They have a bit of a gang. It's so cool, and especially it's just amazing. I really have run out of words to say about this thing. So to the things I didn't really enjoy, in retrospect, I did like the first 2 episodes because there were some things I was able to pick that did enhance my whole suspense for the whole thing when it started. But looking back on it, for a casual viewer, they might not want to come back if they have that premise or they have that mindset that, oh, it's pretty much going to be this whole thing in black and white. I like so much that they paid off a lot of things that happened in this series. There were rumors of certain things happening, but it's yours to see. I won't talk about that just yet, but you will see it when I do the full breakdown, as I've said. Or please go and watch it as well before that time. Another thing that was being talked about was the VFX were going to be on the same level as Avengers Endgame. I can't confirm that is very true. My mind was blown away. I've said this before, Marvel has money. Yeah, I still stand by that sentiment. There were so many things that were happening, and you almost ask yourself, like, how is it even humanly possible to create these things with computer-generated graphics? And it shows you how much technology has come a long way, but you know, we should be used to things like that by now, but I don't know. So in terms of where this all fits with the general MCU, it's not going to be the most favorite installments for everybody, specifically because of those first 2 or even the 3rd episode, but it definitely is the best they could have done. I really applaud Marvel. They always find a way to confuse everybody, even if it's just with special effects and them having money. But I do believe this whole thing with starting series with Marvel is a very good trend. It's definitely the way to go if you want to tell broader stories, because there's only so much you can do in like 2.5 or 3 hours, and this is almost 6 hours long. So definitely it is the way to go. Of course, we still need our future releases, but these are really good stories they were telling, and if they can continue that trend, I trust Kevin Feige. He will do as he is supposed to. Alright, so WandaVision, have you seen it? Are you planning to see? Let me know down in the comment section below. You can hit me up on my social media platforms. I will see you guys tomorrow with a review on Coming to America 2. I have watched it. I'm ecstatic about it, but you will see that review tomorrow. So anyway, till then, take care, be safe, wear a mask. COVID is a real thing. Dark man, I'm out.